Well, this is about a week overdue, but I had to come back because I wanted to talk to you guys about a brand new show that premiered last week on MGM Plus called Emperor of Ocean Park. Now, y'all, I'm going to watch episode 2, okay? Because for me, I think I needed just a bit more, but it's still very early. If y'all have been here for any length of time, you know that my rule of thumb is I give every show, if I can, 3 episodes, right? Within 3 episodes, if you don't captivate me fully, I'm moving on down the road. This is going to be an initial impressions only. If you guys are watching it, if it improves in episode 2, I may come back, but let's get right into it. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, love a bone, give along, leave it. I don't want no trip, baby, spend like My name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, and I am here to put you on, okay? Ocean Park Season 1, Episode 1 revolves around Judge Garland, right? Who is a Black conservative judge who had a bid back in 2007 to run for Supreme Court, right? And everything, which seems like it's a sealed deal, right, falls through the cracks. And so now, present day, he has recently been found unalived, right? Gone on to be with the Lord. And there's questions mainly from his daughter, Mariah, around the legitimacy of his passing, right? Was this foul play? Was this just a normal, health situation based on age? And that's kind of what we're trying to ascertain in the first episode. We meet the younger brother, Talcott, who is an established and esteemed law professor. We meet the other brother, Addison, aka Addie, who is the oldest son, who's doing his own thing, right? And then we meet Mariah, who really wanted to be approved in her father's eyes from everything that I'm gathering. And she's a conservative as well, with a white husband and 4 babies, living a pretty charmed life, if I can say. I mean, it's giving elitism, okay? It's giving Jack and Jill, it's giving all of those things, right? And so again, they are now just trying to figure out life after their father's passing, and we flash back often to years before to see what the family dynamic was like, to see everyone's personalities. And so we are getting that information, but again, the questions still linger around Judge Garland's passing. And again, Judge Garland is played by the Forrest Whitaker, okay? And so when we go back to, the Senate committees and hearings, whenever they are thinking about putting a Supreme Court justice in place, they're interviewed, right? And so during this interview, he is questioned about this man, Jack Ziegler. Now, Jack Ziegler, they say, is like a Bond villain, right? Contract unalivings. He is a mastermind and a force behind a lot of things going on domestically and abroad, right? And so he's been having private meetings with him, and they call him to the carpet. Eventually, he has to step down from the nomination and not pursue it. He even steps down from his current judgeship, right? Because of the rumors that are swirling, but we still never get quite any answers on it. You know what I mean? He seemingly loved his children. Again, a very staunch conservative, but that's all that we're really getting right now. And so now that everything's done, there's been the reading of the will. I believe Mariah gets the main estate, which is a beautiful home and all of the contents within. Talcott, the youngest son, gets Martha's Vineyard, their home there. And baby, the oldest son, Addison, just gets some Bears tickets. And I'm thinking there is more to this story, because why would your eldest son get tickets? And maybe, is it because he's more established? Is it because he's already independently wealthy? I don't know. These are questions that hopefully they'll answer later on in the season. Again, this is based on a novel of the same name. So, I mean, if you've read the novel, drop it in the comments below and let me know if the show is going to be worth the watch. Now, as all that's said and done, the oldest son will be eulogizing his father. Talcott has to come up with the epitaph. And Mariah's coordinating the rest. During this whole time, we meet Talcott's wife. I believe her name is Kimber, who is suspicious and very not likable. And again, here we go with these shows where the Black female characters are not likable, y'all. And I need us to get past that. I need some diversity. You know what I mean? And so she's working on what she's working on, and if Kimber, who is clearly cheating on that man. All right, he finds red roses in the trash in her office, and immediately I know what time it is. We know what time it is. And the way she acted at that dinner around the family after they've lost their patriarch, like, to me is gross behavior. I don't like her one bit. I don't. So finally he comes up with an epithet, and he uses Nas lyrics, right? For his daddy's Stone and Mariah's like, we got to change that. Now, after they're leaving the cemetery, who pops up but Jack Ziegler, this white man that they call Uncle Jack. And basically he comes to Talcott and says, I know you'll be handling everything. It's on you to handle everything. So did he tell you about the arrangement? And he's like, what arrangement? This funeral? I did all that. I don't know anything else. And Jack tries to hem him up, and it's like, what's going on? Because what are these questions, and what is Talcott supposed to know? It was very awkward, very strange. But when we get back to the house for the repast, Aunt Ella comes through, and Alma, and is like, your daddy's going to give you a message. And he said, my dad's gone. He said, that doesn't mean he can't give you the message. He does have something for you to do. There are arrangements. There are things. And so clearly she knows more than we think she knows. Do I have a little bit of interest in seeing what's going to happen? Absolutely. Am I excited to see the actor who plays Ronnie in Raising Kanan show up and deliver a different character? Absolutely. And I think the acting is pretty good. It's just the story. You know what I mean? I'm like struggling to get into their world. But you guys drop it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Emperor of Ocean Park. Let's talk about all the things, honey, and let's see. But if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.